Good morning, everybody. KT here with Wise Images Photography, and today we are going to go over how to get your eyes in super sharp focus with photography. So let's get going. So number one is making sure that you put the focus point on the eye. So I'm going to go ahead and grab Scooby-Doo. If you guys have ever been in other videos, he has made some appearances in the past, but I'm going to go ahead and use Scooby-Doo as my example of wanting to put that focus point right there on the eye. Now, I have talked about, we do a lot of bird photography, but when you are photographing dogs, for example, you have this nose, and a lot of times you have to get past the nose and make sure that the the focus point is right here on that eye, so you have to miss the nose. And we kind of have the same problem with like birds, like sometimes they're moving around, or other times you might have maybe a tree that is in the way. So you have got all these branches, and so it makes it really hard to get that focus point into getting into the eye, okay? So some of the things, like if you have little branches and stuff like that, you're gonna wanna wait for the bird to kind of get into the opening there, because if it's going like this, it's gonna make it really hard. The camera's not gonna know what to focus on because it's gonna have the wonderful tree in the way. And by the way, this is the only thing that I can grow, apparently, is a bamboo plant. This thing is taken off. It was so small when I first got it. But anyways, I digress. So now let's keep on talking about Mr. Scooby-Doo. All right. So needless to say, here's another thing with getting that focus point hitting the eye. Now, if you guys look here, you're like, okay, let's say I hit the eye, but what if I didn't really actually hit the eye? What if I hit his eyebrow, for example? Okay, I hit his eyebrow. So if you notice when I turn to the side, look at that. His eye is here, but his eyebrow is back a little bit. So that means there's that focal plane, and his eye is here, but his eyebrow is actually here. So that means that you guys are going to, or you're going to miss the focus point because the eyebrow is actually on a different focal plane. Another thing is keeping the mode. Now this is kind of like a little bonus tip for getting that focus point in the right spot, but also making sure that you have the correct focus mode. I would make sure that it's on continuous mode. Now I do have another video that I go over like back button focusing and how you use back button focusing so that it kind of keeps things, it talks a little bit about the focal plane if I'm correct, and also I talk about having the continuous versus the single mode. So I will go ahead, and I don't have enough subscribers yet to be able to just put the link up right here. So I have to do it at the end of the video. So make sure that you guys stay tuned to the end of the video so that way you can go ahead and check out the back button focus video to learn a little bit more about focusing. Now, next up, we want to go ahead and talk about not directional lighting, although directional lighting is fantastic, but you want to have good lighting. And I'm going to go ahead and make a video where we talk about the different lights, sources and things like that. But when I talk about good lighting, this little picture of this bird here, you can see that I have really good lighting. I am like smack dab. I was out at Jetty Park this particular day, and I was on the pier, and the light was coming in and was just hitting this bird. And I was actually right at the end of golden hour. So you can see a little, not too much, because we were just starting to lose that golden hour moment, but I really do have some good directional lighting here. You can see that in the bird's eye. You can see a little bit of a highlight from the sun, and you can see that, over on his beak, you can see that it doesn't look that in focus. A lot of that is because of whatever he was eating was kind of slimy, so that kind of made his beak kind of look a little bit out of focus. But you can see that his eye is like super, super sharp. So this was great directional lighting. It also allowed me to have a lower ISO. Because the lower the ISO is, you're going to get less grain in your images. Now, if I was in a dark area, then I would have to bump up the ISOs and I would not get those super sharp, crisp images. So looking back at this little bird, you can tell that his eye really is super sharp. I'm definitely got that focus point right there on the eye, and I have good directional lighting. The other aspect, which is number 3, is the fact that I am super close to this little bird. And so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna look at a couple of pictures of bunnies. Now remember, when it comes to wildlife, you know, we try not to disturb the wildlife. If you're too close, they're pretty much gonna run away. So this little bunny, the first bunny, you can tell that it's a cute shot. There's nothing wrong with the shot. I think it's adorable that he's, you know, eating whatever it is. I don't know what the name of the plant is that he's eating. But when you look close up on the eye, it's not terribly out of focus, but it's not super sharp. Now, when you look at the second photo of the bunny, you can tell that I was able to get closer to this particular bunny. I had good directional lighting as well here, and you can tell that I was able to get a sharper image of that bunny. So, needless to say, our 3 things is put that focus point right on that eye. 2, you want to make sure that you have good directional lighting, and 3, you want to make sure that you are close to that subject. And I wanted to give you guys a reminder. I don't know about you guys, whoop, whoop, right there. If you guys have not flipped your calendars to March, we are in March and St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon. Hence the reason why I tried to do a little bit of green behind us today. So next video probably will not come out before St. Patrick's Day. So happy St. Patrick's Day to you guys. Also, I am working with the city of Claremont, and we are in the process of setting up a workshop. This workshop is actually going to be free. So if you are in the Claremont area, I don't want to fully announce it until I have all the little ducks in a row with the city of Claremont about the workshop, but it will be coming up in April, so I will be announcing that soon. Make sure that if you guys are not on my Instagram or whatever, jump on that because I'll be promoting it there as well. And last but not least, a little quick update on me, guys, because I know some of you guys have been following me for a while. I am getting stronger and stronger every day. One of my friends told me I would not even be able to ride a bicycle within the year of when I had that major massive surgery. And guess what, you guys? I was able to get on a bike, and I even went 5 miles. So every day I'm getting stronger. I'm not up to where I want to be, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. And I am just catching up on a lot of things that I could not catch up on in the past year and a half. So needless to say, that's a little bit of an update on me, looking at my notes, making sure I remembered to do everything. Oh, flip the calendar. If you got the digital calendar, make sure you flip it on that. And outside of that, guess what, you guys? You are awesome. Have a fantastic rest of the week, and I'll see you later, alligator.